Hi, welcome to Mouse People. My name is Maria. Let's share a cup of hot tea and talk Disney. Speaking of tea, I wanted to share this really cool tea with all of you. I don't know if you can see the tea bag here, if it'll focus on it. It says, "Drink me." And on the other side, we have Alice in Wonderland. And it's a great, delicious tea. And we got it at the parks. And it's called Wonderland Tea. And it's the Topsy Turvy blend. And just super cute. And the tea bags are in these individual little pouches, so you could take them to work. And just fun to have a little Disney spark to your day. But let's talk pins. We were very blessed to have a recent trip to Disney over New Year's Eve, and Walt Disney World was so much fun and lots of energy for the celebration. And I wanted to share with you a few of the pins that we picked up. The first thing I would like to show you is mounted on this canvas. And before I get into the pins, I just have to tell you that this is a shout out to Oh Hello Robin. She had this great idea and she did some pins on the canvas, and it is a great economical way to show off smaller pin collections. You can see behind me I also have some of the Disney handbag purses on the canvas. This is a 10 by 10 canvas, and at Joann Fabrics they had a package of 10 by 10 canvases for $25. I used a 40% off coupon, came to around $15. So that's about $1.50 per canvas. You cannot beat that for displaying some pins. You could do small groupings. Two just things to keep in mind as you're putting them together is once you push the pin through, it does leave a little hole, so it's not a display that you could like constantly rearrange. And the other thing is that you just have to plan a little bit for the wooden frame that goes around it. Because when I first laid out the pins, I had some of them closer to the edge, and I went to poke them through and was like, oh, yeah, that's not gonna go through wood. You don't wanna damage any of your pins by trying. So you just have to leave a little bit of a border. But that's a great way to be able to display some of your pins and enjoy them in your house. It's also very lightweight, so I just have used command strips to hang them up. So for the actual pins, this is a Disney Flair set. It came with a set of 4 pins with the Disney balloons, the castle, the quote at the beginning of Walt Disney World, and then the pin that has the entrance gate. So cool. I just loved the colors and the feel to this set. The postcard here is a postcard from the Wonderground Gallery. And I just love the sense of calmness, but also the enjoyment of Magic Kingdom and Main Street. So I wanted to display those together. So I hope that all of you are enjoying your pins and find a way to display them, to enjoy them. So this trip to Disney was the first time that I've really been a pin collector, and they had a couple of releases while I was there, and so it was pretty exciting for me to participate in purchasing a pin the day it was released. And this is the Happy New Year pin for 2019, and this is a limited edition pin, and I think the backer card is really nice with the gold on it as well. It has a hinge element, so you have the front with the clock, and then you open it up and you can see Cinderella and Prince Charming, and it has the year in 2019, and then you can take a look at the back. It has the information on the back. It has 1 pin post. It's a pretty big pin. But anyways, it was really a great memory to celebrate our first New Year's in Magic Kingdom, and the fireworks were amazing. So it was pretty exciting to get that pin to mark that event. Another pin I picked up, it's another kind of wintry pin, is the Goofy pin. And he is the Winter Window. And this pin was not $100, but you get the pin when you purchase the gift card. So for $100 for the gift card, then the pin comes with it. And as you know, if you're at Disney, It's not hard to spend $100. I used the $100 to pay off the charges that we had put on our magic bands for food and merchandise. So I feel like it was a free pin, and it's really cute. They did have a series of 4 of them, and when we were there, it was after Christmas. I was only able to find Goofy. They were sold out of the other ones in the locations that I shopped at. So I was excited for that pin. Another release that was happening when I was there is this new collection, and it is called Vintage Vinyl. And the Vintage Vinyl is going to be a new monthly series, and it's such a fun pin. Whoops, it's kind of backwards in the camera for me. It's all this new stuff. So the Vintage Vinyl has a little record album that comes out of the case, and it just slides in and out. So it's really a neat pin. This one has 2 pin backs on it, and you can kind of see the slider element on the back. And that is a limited edition pin. So they're going to be releasing these monthly, and the next one is going to be 101 Dalmatians. I'd probably like to add that one to my collection too. I'm not sure if I'll try to complete the whole collection and get them every month. I'll just wait and see. I do like the animal pins, so if there's a lot of animals, then I may be making that collection grow. Okay, next on the pins from this season, not necessarily from this trip, is the 2019 Happy New Year pin. This was a Shop Disney pin release, and I love that it had Mickey and Minnie on it. It is the largest pin that I have. It does have 2 pin backs on it, and it is gold and glittery. And again, being there for our first New Year's, I was really glad to be able to add that to my collection. Another winter themed pin is from Box Lunch. And this is Mickey and Pluto. Love anything with Mickey and Pluto. I think they're a great team, and I like that dog friendship. So this was again from Box Lunch. And the back of the Box Lunch pins, this one is just a gold, like the pretty basic, but is an official Disney pin. One last pin that I did pick up in the parks is this Snow White princess pin. I'm not really a big princess collector, but I did like the glitter on this and the little animals. That kind of spoke to me, so I decided to pick up a kind of a girly pin as the only girl in our family with 2 boys and my husband. And then we get to pin trading. Leave a comment down below if you are a pin trader when you have the opportunity to visit the parks. We're new to it, and it has been a great way to interact with cast members and also to check out some new places in the park, and just you can kind of go in and say, hey, do you have a pin trading board, where you might not have explored there before. It's kind of an icebreaker. We've taken our pins in this handy little pin folio made by GoPin Pro. It has a pocket so you can keep your pin backs in there, but it makes it really easy to take them out and trade. So that's kind of what works well for us in the parks. And the pin I traded for was this Mickey Mouse, so I can't go wrong with the classic Mickey Mouse. My son Abraham was really doing a great job pin trading. He loved just looking at the pins and trading, and he made some great trades on this trip. He found this this cool Star Wars pin, and if we can get it to focus there, and it's a huge pin, so he was pretty excited just about the size of it, and that is the Star Wars Rogue One TIE Striker, so very cool pin. This is a real cutie. He found a Dale pirate pin, so that's really cute, a fun one. He played a game and won a pin at one of the shops on Main Street, and this pin was a real surprise. It is from the Great Movie Ride. It is a gangster pin, and it is a completer pin, so what a treasure that is. It's a hidden Mickey pin. He also found 2 other hidden Mickey pins in his trades. The first one was Animal Kingdom Lodge, and they had a game where you traded a pin, and then you got to pick a pin out of a bag. It was a big like sack of pins, so you didn't know what you were going to get. I thought it was pretty risky, but he took the risk, and he ended up with this Pluto Chaser Hidden Mickey pin that's like the popsicle ice cream. So that was really cool. He was excited about that. And then he played that game a second time where he picked out of the bag, and he received this pin, a Moana pin. It's Maui, and it's also a Hidden Mickey pin. It's called Maui Tattoo, Pulling Islands from the Sea. So it's got great color in that pin. It's nice and shiny. It's so new. So those were our pin trades, which was a lot of fun. And Abraham also bought a pin for a souvenir, and he has a Pluto collection. So Pluto with his bone and his doghouse was a great choice for him. This is a rack pin. So those were our pins, and we had a great time expanding our collection and shopping around and pin trading and interacting with other guests and cast members at Disney. So it's really a fun hobby in a lot of ways for our family of mouse people. So let me know in the comments down below what your favorite pin was, or if we're pin twins, or if you like to trade when you get to visit Walt Disney World or Disneyland. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. This is a new channel, and I'm working to bring Disney content to all of you. And I thank you for watching with us today. And until our next tea time together, smile and have a great week.